What's poppin' with the squad? How y'all doing? How y'all living? It's your boy Amari. We are back with another one, and we gotta talk about this Mary J. Blige album, man. I'm telling y'all, if y'all ain't heard it, I'm gonna need y'all to go listen to it. Why? Because personally, Mary J. Blige is one of my favorite artists. I got some stuff to say. Let's talk about this album, all right? Uh, First off, I just want to say the intro, it was fantastic. I thought the production, it suited her voice and her style. Her vocals punched through, and the production stands out despite that. And overall, that makes for a good song for me. The energy started up, so there's definitely that uplifting vibe. And if you know Mary J. Blige, you know when she sings emotionally, she gives you that emotion. And when she wants you to feel a certain way, you gonna feel a certain way. Through the beat, the production, through the vocals, the lyrics, whatever. She has that ability to make you feel how she wants you to feel. Moving on, we have Love Never Will, the next track on this album, and I love how the production itself felt minimalistic, and I love how the bass hits with the hi-hats right after. I really like the chorus, Love Will Never. It ends up almost becoming part of the beat in some ways as it transitions back into the verses. And two tracks in so far, and this album is great. I love it. I think it's fantastic. Let's keep going. We have the first feature on the album. We have Here With Me featuring Anderson .Paak, and this is a combo that I did not know I needed in my life. Just, if you think about the musicality, the artistry, the instrumentation, just everything these two do by themselves, who would have thought it would make for a great track together? Like, just everything, it feels like it meshed so very well, and right away this became one of my favorite tracks on the album. And then we move on to Rent Money, which, shout out to Big, MJB definitely sampled that New Tonight beat, and I thought it was fire, especially on the chorus, where she kind of remixed it, did her own little thing with it. But overall, I thought that was dope. I thought it was a nice little homage, and I think Dave East's verse was solid. I think that he delivered it well, and I wasn't expecting it to mesh very well together. I'm honestly not the biggest fan of Dave East. I appreciate his work, and I recognize his talent. It's just, I personally not the biggest fan of his music, but this definitely makes me want to give him a second chance. And then we move on to Amazing. Of course, if there's anything Khaled knows how to do, it's talk, and trust me, he did that on this track. If you can get past that, then I love the triumphant horn feelings. It definitely seems to be a trend that I'm seeing in a lot more songs. These horns being used to give an energy boost, to give this feeling of power. It's definitely really cool to see. I think minus DJ Khaled, this was a very solid track. It definitely had a more radio hit / summer bop feel to it, and it was definitely something that I personally could see myself bumping. And then we get to Good Morning Gorgeous. Good Morning Gorgeous, the original solo track by her, by Mary J. Blige, is amazing. I love the songwriting. I love the production. I love the story she's telling. I love just the uplifting message of self-love. I love just the self-affirmation that you get through this, and I think it was only enhanced with the remix that she did with her. If you haven't heard both versions, please go listen to those. Amazing track. And then we move on to Come See About Me. The softer side of Mary, it felt like her vocals were a little bit restrained, but the production still gives it that triumphant, powerful feeling. Again, going back to Amazing with the horns, and it definitely felt like she was trying to give you that uplifting feeling. Then we move on to On Top. Now, this one really took me by surprise. I have never heard Mary on a drill beat before, but I think it was surprisingly fitting. It was one of those things that make you realize, yeah, she is the queen of hip hop soul. Yeah, she can rap. Yeah, she knows what she's doing. And I think this, along with 5-Yo, I mean, I'm not mad at that. I think this was a very good track, a very solid track. I wouldn't say that it has as much replayability for me personally as maybe Amazing or some of the other songs that I really enjoyed, but I definitely think that you can make an argument for this song being as good as it is. Then we have Love Without Heartbreak, and of course, if anybody knows how to sing about heartbreak and make you feel it, it's Mary. So it's just the way she uses her voice, the way that she uses her songwriting to make you feel like she's almost begging, like there's just so much emotion there, and I think that really, really drives the track home. And then Falling in Love, it was one of those tracks where I honestly enjoyed the production more than the song itself. I think that the song itself kind of was, for lack of a better term, lackluster compared to all the other tracks surrounding it. It did not leave as big of an impression. Enough? Oof. Enough. These lyrics hit hard. These are the type of lyrics that make you realize, damn, what am I doing with myself? It's I don't know. It's one of those songs that has so much emotional value to it that you don't even realize it because it's covered up in this glitzy, glammy, poppy covering. It's one of those songs like The Weeknd by SZA, or maybe You Right by Doja Cat, where it's like a lot of people are going to sing this song and not even know what they're talking about. A lot of people are going to sing this song, and despite the fact that they do know what they're talking about, they're going to realize that this song is just a bop anyway, and they're not going to care. Sort of like in those senses. It was kind of a big thing for SZA's The Weeknd because a lot of people were thrown off by what she was singing about, but at the same time it was a very popular song. It was, I'm pretty sure it got a lot of radio play when it first came out. But that being said, I feel like it's similar to those, but despite that, it's a fire song. And then we end the album with a feature with Usher. It's called Need Love. This is a combo that I definitely want to see more of. As a matter of fact, I have to go back and make sure that I'm not missing any. But overall, I love the story being told. It's basically the tale of two sides of the same coin. What they're searching for, what they want, what they wish, what they need, and what they see. And not realizing they're a lot more similar than they really are. And I think that's just a really cool story to tell, and I think they really played it well, and I think it was very apparent in the songwriting. So there we go. It wasn't my favorite track, but it was definitely a good track. I really, really, really enjoyed this album, and I think it was a very solid album. I would honestly probably give this album a 7, because as much as I enjoy it and as much as I personally see value in it, I can't honestly say that it's better than a lot of albums that I've heard. So that being said, I would love to know how you feel, what you think, what are your opinions, and I'll catch y'all in the next video. I'll see y'all. Bye.